fractional position on a number line? What is the position of A on the number below? Write your answer as a fraction. That means improper fraction or a mixed number. So I'll show you how to do both so that you know how to do both answers. So as an improper fraction, actually let's do the mixed number first because it's a little bit easier. So you want to look at the whole number that's in front of your point that they chose. So I would start with 2. That's going to be the larger portion of your mixed number. Now, you're going to make a fraction beside that because it's a mixed number. You're going to count how many spaces until you get to 3. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces. That becomes the bottom. And then, now that I got that marked up, you can't see what I'm doing, so let me erase those real quick. Okay, then you want to count how many lines over you went from the 2. So you went 1 line over, that's the numerator. So that's how you write that point as a mixed number. Now as a fraction, improper fraction, we already know that there are 6 spaces between each number. So on this one, all you do is start at 0 and count how many lines you moved over. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So you can write the answer either way. Okay, so on the next one, I start with the number in front of my point. The regular number, the whole number, is a 1. I count how many spaces there are between that and the following number. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces. That becomes my denominator. And I count how many lines from that number I went over. 1, 2, 3. If I want to write that as an improper fraction, I still keep the denominator, but I start with 0 and count how many lines I went over. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So either way to write your answer. So on the next one, the first whole number in front of my point that they drew is a 1. Between 1 and 2, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. Notice there I'm counting the spaces. And then the numerator is the lines. 1, 2. Okay, you do have to be careful if you're going to write it as a fraction because all fractions should be simplified. And 2/4, since those are both even, you can cut them in half. The 1's not going to change. So half of 2 is 1 and half of 4 is 2. So that one's literally 1 and 1/2 is how you should write that. Now, for the improper fraction, I'm still going to keep the original denominator, 4, and I'm still going to count from 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines over, but those are both even also, so I need to cut them in half. So half of 6 is 3, half of 4 is 2, so 3/2 is the improper fraction for that answer.